Hey, this is Walt with Raybuck Auto Body Parts, and today we're going to take a look at our 67 Chevy pickup. Just an update of what we've been up to. Haven't made a video in a little while because haven't had a lot going on. Getting into winter now, so just doing some of the stuff that we needed to get to as far as interior, weather stripping, some cosmetic things, what we're going to be doing with the paint, and just an update. So here we go. We'll start with our weather stripping. Basically, we're doing the whole cab over again with weather stripping. So we got the back window out. That's in the back of the truck there. Luckily, everything looks pretty good. I was concerned that there might be some rust in the window channels, but everything, a little bit of rust, but nothing that's, has any major repair that needs done. We got all our windows out for the doors, and everything looks good in there. The one thing that has been a kind of a pain is this weather stripping that's on the door frame. This side is pretty much cleaned off, but that stuff is pretty difficult to get off. I'll actually show you the other side. You can see it a lot better. When they put it on, they used, I don't know if it was factory weather strip. I assume it is. I don't think this truck has been really redone or anything, but you can see on this side where all this kind of stuff, I don't know, it's glue of some sort, but it is really difficult to get off. If you try like just rubbing on it, it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't want to come off. So I've tried some different chemicals. Mineral spirits was what I ended up going with because anything else was taking the paint off. So but it's on the, obviously it's glued on, so it's on the outside and on the inside. So that's quite a pain to get off. That's just sitting here for basically a few hours just trying to work all that stuff off. The other thing we have to do on this door, which we already did on the other door, is fill all these holes in. There are a bunch of different holes, and these ones on here as well. I was debating what to do with it. I didn't want to like burn the door or do anything, so I don't know. First I thought about maybe epoxy. I thought about putting bronze in there. So basically what it came down to, I just took a MIG welder and buzzed them up and then ground them all down. Actually, I can show you on the driver door. So you can see these ones. So they are, they're filled. It wasn't too bad. It didn't really, I thought maybe it would burn the paint off, but given that there isn't much paint left on this, it really didn't cause any bubbling or anything like you would normally see when you have like multiple coats of paint on it. So that worked out pretty well, and we're just going to take probably like a little vinegar solution or something, and we're going to re-rust this so it kind of blends in with everything else. Did them on the door post. So got that to do, and just a lot of little things, little trim things. We have to do something with this antenna. We're going to take this off. There's a weather strip piece for the cowl that goes on there, and you have to take the cowl panel off to get to that. As you can see, the dashboard has some surface rust on it. It's not bad. It's just where over the years the paint wore away, and now it's getting a little bit of surface rust. Despite looking terrible, it is all very solid. So I don't know what we're gonna do with that. I think I'm gonna sand it down and try to spray it the color of the cab. Right now it's like a little bit darker green, I think, to match this dash pad that was originally in it. You can see the paint differences here. But so we're gonna do that. The big thing was this front window. I was afraid that I was gonna take this out and it was just gonna be, you know, all the edge was gonna be rotted away. But it is surprisingly good. There is some rusty spots, but they're nowhere near being, you know, rotted through or anything like that. The weird thing about it is, and I'm guessing this windshield was replaced. I can't imagine that it came from factory like this, but inside the seal, you can see is all this, I don't know what it is. It's almost like butyl, because at first I pulled it off, I thought it was silicone. But you can see it's real pliable and soft. So I'm not really sure what it is, but it's just everywhere. It's on the inside, it's on the outside. Luckily, it comes off pretty easily. It doesn't, you know, it's not like a silicone where it just doesn't want to come off. You can just kind of scrape it off, and then I'm assuming I can get some mineral spirits or something and just get the rest of it off. But so I want to get that done, see what, you know, see if there's any rust, where the rust is, and then we'll try to clean that up the best we can. And especially like up here, you can see a little bit, but try to clean that up and get some paint on there so when we put the window back in. The other thing we did related to the window rust was reseal this channel. On these trucks you have like 3 pieces of metal that come together. You have the inner roof skin, this outer drip rail, and then the inner roof panel and the roof skin. So those all come together. Put some sealant back in there. I'm not terribly happy with it because it just kind of looks kind of messy. Because normally you would paint over this and it would blend in with the paint. But since we're not painting this, I may try and, I don't know, do some airbrush or something. Maybe just dust on some brown just to kind of blend it all in. I'll show you the roof here. I didn't realize it, but as I started getting into this whole channel from this lip all the way to like where this notch is in the roof from the factory was sealed. It had sealant through this whole thing. So that's pretty much what I did with it again. You know, again, it doesn't look great because of the color mismatch, but hopefully it will stay sealed and we won't get any more water into the interior of the truck or, you know, in the window channels. That is the one problem with these trucks. The way all this is put together, it's, you know, there's a seam there, and these seams run all the way through. So if water gets in there, it tends to get inside the, you know, inner A-pillars. Same thing over here, like this A-pillar section is all separate. So if water's getting in there, not only does it run into the window channel, it runs on the inside, which you can't see it here, but there is a little bit of rust on the inside. So getting that sealed up is pretty important. But so that is what we have going on with the truck. Again, we're gonna just keep up with the weather stripping, get all that done. We are also going to start, well, once the weather stripping's done, we got to work on some other things on the interior, finishing up some of the body work to the metal work that we did here and on the inside. Not a lot, but I have some paint being mixed up we're trying to get to match this interior color. It's hard to match the color, but we're trying to get that close. So once all this weather strip is out, we can do all this and touch up all these areas on the outside. We also have to do something with the bottom of the doors. These seams need just kind of wire wheeled and some new sealant put in there, then I think we'll do the same thing. We'll just try to blend in the paint the best we can. I'm gonna put a rubber mat in the truck, so nothing real special there, just a basic rubber mat, stock type rubber mat that'll go in there. We have our seat belts. We got those from Morris. So those look real nice. I wanted to get those in before, but I just kind of ran out of time. So now that winter's here, we have a bunch of time to do this stuff and get it done. Still have some tack issues. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I've tried resistors, capacitors, some different grounding options. The tack just doesn't work. It works, but it just bounces around. It doesn't give an accurate reading. So I don't know if it's something with the tack or what, but trying to figure that out, and some ignition issues. So might be putting an ignition box in it to see if that will help the ignition a little bit and give me a tack output, so that I'm not getting these erratic readings to the tack. So because right now that's running off the coil, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but got to get that fixed, and not much else. I think that is about it. That's not it. That's a lot of stuff. Like, that's going to keep me busy for a while. So, but that's where we're at on the truck. Oh, we're going to put our tanks back in. That is going to happen. I don't know if you can tell. You can see a little bit of sheen on the inside of the bed. I was debating what to do with the bed. If I was going to try to, you know, obviously there's some pretty good rust in some areas, so I was like, do I try to fix that, clean it up? What do I do with it? And basically I just decided it's just staying the way it is. So I scuffed it all down one day and just hit it with some satin clear, just so all this is kind of coated, and that's good. It'll be fine. This thing's not going to be sitting out in the weather, so I'm not really concerned about it rusting any farther. We have our tanks there. These are you can see the straps there for the saddle tanks that this truck had. There's the hole for it. So we're going to put those back in just to keep the look of how the truck was originally when I got it. As far as the paint on the truck, I think I am going to use one of those wipe-on patina coatings. There's several out there. I was trying to get a little more information on those. I was emailing the company. I'm waiting to hear back from them, but the one I was looking at is one called Poppy's Patina, and that has a matte finish, or has several finishes, but you can get it in a matte finish, and that looks pretty close to what I would like to put on here. It keeps kind of the flat look to it. It doesn't get real shiny. I'm not a fan of the shiny patina. So that looks like it will work. I debated whether or not I should do that, or, you know, just spray it with clear, but I think just for ease of application, I may just go the wipe-on patina coating. I think it'll work good, and what I need it to do should be fine. So, but that's about it for the truck right now. As I said, once we get some of these pieces in for the windows, maybe I'll make a video showing how that some of that goes together. But that's about it for now. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know, and thanks for watching.